Thanks for joining me again. Got a nice little job on today. This is the spinning seat. So in the coffee van we want to put the passenger seat so that it rotates forwards and backwards so that we're facing the hatch when it's not busy. I've been onto Amazon and I've managed to pick one of these up, so let's have a look and see what we get for his money. There's loads of different ones on the market. I've paid a little bit extra. I've gone for these at £149, but let's have a look and see what we get. It feels quite hefty. Got plenty of bubble wrap in there. Wow, that is a serious bit of kit. That is a serious bit of kit. That has got some weight to it, that has. So we get a load of bubble wrap, and this is the bit we're interested in. So we've got some spacers and some nuts and bolts. And that is an absolute beast of a bit of kit. I wasn't expecting, well, I don't know what I was expecting, to be fair. So it's got a nice little latch on it there, and then I presume when we pull it, it's going to spin some out. I don't know quite which way, but it's going to spin. Yeah, there you go. So when you've released it, and I presume it spins and then clicks back in again when we get so far around. It's hard to do it while I'm oh, it's got loads of different locating points. There you go, that's the first one. And release it again and go again or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm not doing very well. I'll get this strap down and then we can have a go at turning it and getting it. But look at that. That is a really good quality bit of kit. We're talking quarter inch plate both sides. Does look a bit of kit, that does. Really solid. And once you've got the chair on it and you're able to use your body weight, it's going to rotate really well. So yeah, let's get it in the van and see what we can sort out. We're going to have to cut this seat frame down. We're going to have to build a little jig and do bits and pieces. It's going to be a bit of a job, but we like a challenge, don't we? And that's a decent point to start with. It's a really good quality piece of kit. God blimey. Heavy as you like. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do. Right then, so this is the task in hand. We've got the passenger seat, which obviously this is left-hand drive, so this is the seat on the right-hand side. There's no runner to move it backwards and forwards. And if I spin it, it will, I think I've got to make it slightly off centre, because when it spins, if this goes that way, it's going to hit the side. It will go clockwise. I think it would go clockwise all the way round. So, but it would be nice is when it is turned, when it does swizz round, if it would just move this way slightly. So if I set it slightly off centre on a plate, it will whiz round. I think if I can get that right, it will make a big difference, and it will just make it feel that little bit more, well, bit more room when it's rotated. There's not a lot holding this one in. There's let's get the seat belt out of the way. Let's shove that over there from. Oh, it wants to come back. We've got a couple of odd bolts here. As with many things on the J9, people have changed bolts and put different sizes in here, there, and everywhere. But the threads are the same. It's got different heads on them. These two. It is actually a captive nut, which is brilliant. That's one out. I get the old Milwaukee ratchet on there. What a bit of kit. And then on the other side, I think we've got just a couple of, yeah. So you've got these two 13mm. I'll just show you on that little clip in the bottom there. You can see what I'm undoing. Right, we're away. That is the seat, all loosey-goosey, and out it comes. Let's get it out of the van. Right, so we can see what kind of job we're faced with now. This is the seat that we've got to try and do something with. Do you know what I mean? And the underneath and the frame and everything doesn't look too bad. It's in pretty good condition. That half of the seat is fine. I can just make a new bracket to bolt to the van. This side here, I think I'm going to have to cut it off just below that point there, and then we can build a frame that's true and flat to that point there. Almost putting a bar like that across that side to give us that face to work with to rotate on. Let's get it onto the old Black & Decker work, mate. Just makes things a bit more accessible. Okay, so let's just get a bit of block on that to level it up. Okay, so that's his levelled out point there. Let's mark it up, chop it off. Right then, let's have a go then, see what we can do with this. Are we level? That's the first question. Well, we know the back of that seat is level there. So let's just get that across there. So we're as near as damn it level, aren't we? Look, that's pretty good on the bubble there. And this side, yeah, so we're pretty good there. Right then, so let's take this away. Let's take this away then from that side to that side. If I'm going to plate across there, we're going to want to go to a flat base, which is something along those lines there. So we're going to go, take that one off at that point, and take that one off at that point. That, according to that, should be about level there as well. Yeah, that's where we're hacking off. Let's get the hacksaw out. Right then, okay, I've been having a look, I've had a think, and what I've got is, I tried to use bits and pieces I've got knocking about. I don't want to keep going out and buying loads of metal and things. So what I've got is loads of this aluminium boxing, and I think if I double this up, if I go for one on the outside, cut it in so it fits nice and flush, one on the inside, again, so it's all nice and flush, it's going to be seriously strong. I've got a load of checker plate left over from when I've done the ramp, so I can do 2 checker plate frames, and use some builder boxing and get it all sorted. Let's go with it. Let's have these legs off. That's what I'm thinking. What do you reckon? Here we go. First one.
Now, I mean, you could weld this. You could get some steel and weld it up, make it look probably prettier than what my version is going to look. But like I say, it's good to use stuff that you've got knocking about. Look at this Milwaukee straight through that seat pole. Cracking bit of kit. Makes light work of any of these chopping jobs. That's under a little bit of tension as well. It's going to ping in a minute.
There's some tension in that. And then same with this side.
It's great how that plate, the foot plate on the Milwaukee hacksaw, actually rotates. It's good for cutting on these round surfaces. You can feed that in, get your thumb on there, look, and just work it, and away she goes. It is a good bit of kit.
Hey, there we go. That's that off. Really, away with you. We'll need that bit later, so we better save that. Alright, some of this stuff, top and bottom, let's chop a piece of this so it fits there nicely. So there we go, I've just got a couple of these bits now in there to create a frame, and I'm going to do a checker plate covering the whole of that now, rivet that all down, and that's going to be solid, ready for the second base to go on the top. We're getting there, aren't we? They've really got well, they have. They've really took double riveted into both poles. So yeah, let's see how we get on with the next bit. So this is the remainder of the checker plate. You've got absolutely loads of it, so I might as well use it. And I can always turn it upside down if it's seen, so you can't see the rough stuff. But you know, I've got no other use for it, so I might as well just chop it up and use it for the base of the seat. Let's go for it. So we're talking 510, 510 that way. At least it's dead square. 510 before 65.
So I get my square onto this plate, just a quick measure, drop a bit of masking tape across it so we can get a decent pencil line on there.
Perfect. Let's lob that off. Move this right out of the way, and we're getting no bits of metal in it. I've shook it right over there out of the way. Yeah, that's clear. Right, here we go. Go for this. This is going to make a racket.
So I'm just using the slightly coarse. With this you get a couple of different metal blades. You get the really fine ones, and then you get a metal blade that's got slightly coarser teeth, and that's great for the aluminium.
I love this.
Same process again for the next cut. We'll just mask it off, get it straight, get a nice edge on that, put a line down it, and then whack that off as well. Oh my goodness me, look at it go. Oh, it's speeded up. Don't be fooled. It cuts well though.
Beautiful. And the bit you're going to see from the top is the underside of that, which is not bad to look at. So round off these corners. We'll get that riveted down onto there. This is a bit of a faff, this one. Trying to get the shape right. Trying to get that into position there. I can hold that with the grip and then bend that tab round, rivet it all in place, hopefully. We ain't gonna be far wrong.
We love a bit of mackle, cobble, kibble cobble. Give it a bend, give it a bash, let's get it in place. Get the vice grips on there. Yeah, get the hammer out, that's even better. The great thing with this aluminium, it's just so nice to work with, because it is manipulable, manipulable, I can't even say the word. It bends well, and you can bang them rivets in it, and it's strong. You know, it's a really strong material.
Right now, the line of that, I'll bang a couple of rivets in there, then bend that round for strength. Yeah, beautiful.
So this is my key to drill with the 4mm drill bit in there. I'll put links to all the bits and pieces in the description. All the tools we're using. And we'll get that rivet gun. And these super rivets. And we'll just bang a couple of those in there for now, and we'll put some more in a minute. Straight away you can see how nice that's going to be. Bingo. And we'll get a second one in there. This bag of rivets, I got this off eBay. 1,000 rivets for about 17 quid. I mean, and they're beautiful rivets. I don't know what I've done without them with this this van project.
Beautiful.
And we'll just tap that round. Get the shape nice. No sharp edges sticking out.
Have another one in there for good luck. I'll get a couple in, I think, to start with. Let's get one through there. I'm going to stick with these big ones. I know they're overlapping, but I shall just file the edges off them because they've got so much guts to them. And I got a box of 1,000. Can't use them up. Right, let's have a little mock up of this swivel base. Oh, let's bring it over. So, by all accounts, that should be on there somehow. With, I presume that's why you get these spaces. This is going to lift the seat up, though. It's going to be raised. It's going to be raised right up.
Some might say I'm putting this on upside down, but for me, we can't spin this seat while you're sat in it. You've got to turn it while you're out of the seat. So I'm doing it this way up purely for that reason.
Up on these big washer things.
So if you wanted the handle to release the rotator to go with the seat, you just turn that plate the other way up.
Gives us now, we can move it over a bit more with the, so that we can get to this lever arm. But I can't get it dead in the middle. How is that going to pan out when we spin it? How is that going to pan out? Let's have a look. So I could go over a little bit more, but we are, like I said, it is an eccentric, going to be an eccentric spin. We've got more, I don't know, because there's the centre of the seat there and there. Oh, so maybe the centre of the chair is there. So we are dead smack bang in the middle. It's just that sticks out that bracket that makes it a bit weird. But we are in the middle of the seat there. Yeah. Let's have a look. So as we're back in the van now, I'm just trying to mock this up how it would be. So at that point there, it's going to swivel and probably hit.
I'm not sure this bloke knows what he's going on about.
This way a little bit so we can get it round. Ideally, that's.
You have to excuse me talking in me, talking out loud while I'm thinking about what I'm doing.
For it to be when it's facing backwards.
Yeah, right.
So the centre point of that is somewhere.
You're making sense to yourself, son.
Bracket there on the side.
Yeah, yeah, somewhere there.
That bracket is just there, so
okay.
It's coming across here.
You've got it.
Which does cross the centre of the chair. But
so it's the centre of the chair.
It's way over to the left. According to that.
Just get on with it. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Go on.
So
just there.
If the centre point comes through to there.
That's the centre.
And
yep.
then them two, the centre point of those two.
And that one. Yep. That's the centre.
Is about here.
Just there.
If I did do the centre of the chair exactly, and I spun that round.
It's going to work.
Exactly there.
Go into the shop and put it on. Stop messing about.
Let's give it a go.
Enough of that nonsense. Just get the drill out and start chopping holes and stuff. That's more like it. Just stick to what you're good at. So we cut this hole through here. This will be for the suspension turret top.
Right, so a bit of progress. I've had to hack the hole out a bit so it goes over the suspension top. But we've got the plate now is on the base, riveted all the way around. I've put a strengthening bar in there. We've got the bit around the outside. So when that's in, the plate turntable will sit on top of that within that marked out area, and I think that's about right with, like I was saying about the spin on it. We'll peg it and just see. I've got to raise this a little bit on a couple of washers just because the suspension strut top pops through there a little bit, so it's only a tiny bit, but we don't want it vibrating and rattling. So whew, we are getting there. We are getting there. It's a bit of a game this, but we are not too far away now, I don't think. Not too far away, and then the seat will sit on top of that, something along those lines like that. So can you see that now? So we've got the original base, we've got the new base, we've got that, you push that, and then this will rotate. It's obviously not rotating at the minute, but it will do. That will then rotate round. And then we can tidy up all the rough edges and make it look nice. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. So you can get the gist there now with that coming in and sitting on top of that. And then we can line this up at the back. Make sure we're good there. Goes from there to there. And I'll just mark out where the holes are.
Yeah, back to the drill again. Whack a couple of holes in there for that seat mounting. Chomp them straight through nicely. And then we'll put some holes in to mount the base to the checker plate. Put some pilot holes through first, and then we can put some bigger ones through. Trying to keep the bits of aluminium burrs and that out that spinner. And we'll go for a bigger. Get some bigger holes through there now. This base, I've made it exactly the same way as we did on the first one, just with the aluminium box in, just riveted to the original seat frame. Yeah, let's get the bigger drill through. Go on. There we go. And then I've got this, this is the sander polisher. It's a Motivo one, this one, but got quite a coarse disc on there, but it's really good for ripping down a lot of material in a bit of and a bit of speed. It can shake this, round these edges off really fast. And make things nice and smooth. You know, it's a good tool. I could use the DA, but this is just a bit quicker. It's got a bit more sanding power, if you like. A nice, quick, easy way of saving you doing 500,000 files. And if you watch the videos, you'll have seen that before when I did the car valet and polished the car. It's got a multitude of uses. It's a cracking bit of kit. And just a little bit of finishing off with the file. Just take off a few of those sharp edges that have just need a little bit more attention. And back to the this is the seat base on the other side, so I'll do the same with this one. Just whiz a bit of those whiz those sharp edges down, and then we can line this up, ready to mount it. As you can see, time's ticking on, and I'm kind of rushing a bit because the van's on the road tomorrow, and I'm trying to get it finished. Can you tell? I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. Bingo. Now we are getting there. We'll get the bolts through, the mounting bolts, and you can see, look at that rotate, beautiful. Get the spacers in, we'll get the base plate on there, stick the bolts through. You get all these bolts with it, which is good. And then we'll just whack them down with the old ratchet again, holding the other side of the spanner underneath. Looking good, looking really good. It almost looks like a seat again.
What do you reckon? I think we're done. Let's get it back in the van.
This J9's a great van. These massive sliding side doors just give you all that room. Look, I don't have to come through the back. I'll just put this straight in through the side door. Get it over that suspension turret. Just got to lift it up a bit. Trying to figure out why it won't go in. Look. Ha! That'll be the reason. Let's get it over there. Bingo. Get it into place.
Right, let's get some fixing bolts in. We've got some I won't say they're new, but they're certainly close to being new. Let's lock these ones on there. Couple of washers in. Oh, that's better. Don't they look nice? They look better than what the old ones did.
And now we've got matching bolts, we can whiz them down. You can see how that has lifted the base up. We've got like another 3 inches or 4 inches of gap now.
There we go. Oh. Right, so under normal use then, we're in. Juke it down the road, and then when we want to do the business, we don't turn it that way. We don't turn it that way because the thing's in the way, but what we do is turn it that way. Go on, around you go. Oh yes. Oh, on a nice sunny day you can even do a bit of sunbathing. So there it is, all intact. When I've got 5 minutes, I think I'll take this out and give it a lick of paint. We'll paint it the same as all the rest of the stuff. But for now, I'm really pleased with that. Yeah, next time I get the spray gun out to paint something, I'll give this a good coating. But that looks nice. Looks really good. Oh, well, there we have it. Do you know what? That's bloody lovely, that is, with a door. Oh, it's like I could sit here all day. Really pleased. What a job, though. What a job. It's nice and solid. We've got plenty of beef there. Plenty of aluminium. It don't look the prettiest, I must admit. You know, had I have had some more material and a bit of welding and all the rest of it. But it's one of them. I'm really struggling for time. The van is on the road tomorrow. For what I've got, all the odds and scraps I've got knocking about, it's not a bad job. We've managed to build it out of nothing really. The only thing we've bought from that was the actual spinning plate. So I'll put all the links in the description for all the tools we've used and the link to the plate and everything else. If it's been of use, if you've enjoyed it, drop me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. You can even watch the driver. Beautiful.